Cristiano Ronaldo may be facing the most dangerous opponent of his entire World Cup career. And it is not Uzbekistan. It is expectation. Hours before Portugal takes the field against Uzbekistan, something strange is happening. The pressure around Ronaldo is no longer coming from defenders, managers, or rival teams. It is coming from his own legend. The moment Lionel Messi exploded to the top of the World Cup scoring conversation once again, the entire spotlight swung back toward Ronaldo. Suddenly, every missed chance, every scoreless match, every touch inside the penalty area became part of a much bigger argument. Not about Portugal, not even about winning the World Cup, about whether Ronaldo can still do the impossible. What fascinates me is how quickly the conversation changed. Just a few years ago, Ronaldo entering a World Cup match meant opponents were terrified of what he might do. Now, before Portugal versus Uzbekistan, millions of people are asking a completely different question. Can he still deliver when the pressure becomes unbearable? The numbers are brutal. Messi has pushed his World Cup goal tally to a historic level. Ronaldo, despite appearing in 6 World Cups himself, remains far behind that mark. At 41 years old, every match feels less like an opportunity and more like a countdown. And that is exactly why this game matters so much. Because Uzbekistan is not just another opponent. For Ronaldo supporters, this feels like a test of survival. The reaction online has been unbelievable. Some fans are predicting hat tricks. Others are joking that he needs 10 goals in one night. Some are convinced a Ronaldo explosion is coming. Others believe the fairy tale is already over. What makes it even more fascinating is that nobody seems neutral anymore. Every Ronaldo match has become a referendum. One side sees the greatest competitor football has ever produced. A player who built his career on proving people wrong. A player who turned doubt into fuel for 2 decades. The other side sees a legend refusing to accept that time eventually defeats everyone. And honestly, that controversy is exactly why people cannot stop watching. Think about the situation. Portugal drew a match they were expected to control. Ronaldo failed to score. Critics immediately started questioning his role. Supporters immediately started defending him. The debate exploded within hours. Not because Portugal were struggling, because Ronaldo was struggling. That alone tells you everything about his influence. Most players become part of the team's story. Ronaldo is the story. What really stands out to me is how different the expectations are compared to normal athletes. Imagine a 41-year-old player in almost any other sport. Most fans would simply appreciate that he is still competing. Not Ronaldo. People expect goals. People expect records. People expect miracles. And when those miracles do not happen, the criticism becomes relentless. Before this Uzbekistan match, social media has turned into a battlefield. Some fans are posting predictions of 5 goals. Others are posting memes about missed chances. Some believe Ronaldo is one match away from silencing everyone. Others believe every scoreless minute is evidence that the end has already arrived. That emotional divide creates an atmosphere few athletes have ever experienced. Because Ronaldo is no longer competing against defenders. He is competing against memory. Memory is ruthless. People do not compare him to other 41-year-olds. They compare him to Ronaldo at 25, the explosive winger, the unstoppable finisher, the athlete who seemed built in a laboratory. That comparison is impossible to win. No human being defeats time. Yet Ronaldo keeps walking into that comparison every single match. And somehow, that might be the most impressive thing about him. There is another layer to this story that makes Portugal versus Uzbekistan so important. The match arrives immediately after another major Messi moment. That timing matters. Whether fans admit it or not, the Messi-Ronaldo rivalry still shapes football conversations across the world. One player scores. The other immediately becomes the topic. One player breaks a record. The other faces questions. It has been happening for nearly 20 years, and somehow it still works. The rivalry has evolved beyond football. It is now a battle of narratives. Messi represents natural genius. Ronaldo represents relentless ambition. When Messi shines, people celebrate talent. When Ronaldo responds, people celebrate determination. That dynamic has created enormous pressure heading into this match. Because every Ronaldo performance now exists inside a larger comparison. And comparisons are dangerous, especially when one player is producing headlines. The pressure on Ronaldo supporters is almost as interesting as the pressure on Ronaldo himself. You can see it everywhere. Every statistic becomes an argument. Every missed shot becomes evidence. Every goal becomes ammunition. Fans are no longer simply supporting a player. They are defending an entire legacy. That creates emotional investment on a completely different level. For some supporters, Ronaldo scoring against Uzbekistan would be more than a goal. It would be validation. Proof that the story is not over. Proof that the critics moved too early. Proof that greatness can survive longer than expected. But there is also a controversial question nobody wants to answer honestly. What if Ronaldo plays well and still does not score? Would that be considered success? For many fans, the answer is no. And that reveals the traps surrounding him. The standard has become almost impossible. A normal striker can contribute through movement, leadership, positioning, or creating space. Ronaldo gets judged by one thing: goals. Nothing else seems to count. That is both the reward and punishment of becoming an icon. You gain global attention. You lose normal expectations. The most interesting possibility heading into this game is not that Ronaldo scores. It is what happens if he does. Because one goal changes everything. The headlines change. The mood changes. The conversation changes. Suddenly people start talking about momentum. Suddenly people start talking about confidence. Suddenly people start imagining another deep Portugal run. Football has always been a sport driven by emotion. Few players understand that better than Ronaldo. Throughout his career, he has built entire seasons from moments exactly like this. Moments where criticism peaks. Moments where doubt reaches maximum levels. Moments where everyone starts asking whether he is finished. Then something happens. A goal, a performance, a statement, and the narrative flips overnight. That possibility is why millions will watch Portugal versus Uzbekistan. Not because the match itself is the biggest game of the tournament. Because the emotional stakes surrounding Ronaldo feel enormous. There is also a deeper reason this story resonates so strongly in America and around the world. Everyone understands aging. Everyone understands pressure. Everyone understands the fear of being compared to their younger self. Ronaldo happens to be experiencing that struggle on the largest stage imaginable. Every sprint gets analyzed. Every touch gets criticized. Every missed opportunity becomes content. Most people experience those challenges privately. Ronaldo experiences them in front of the entire planet. That is why this match feels bigger than a group stage fixture. It feels like another chapter in a career-long battle against inevitability. Can ambition defeat age? Can reputation survive reality? Can one player continue carrying expectations that would crush almost anyone else? The answer may arrive against Uzbekistan. And regardless of what happens, one thing is already clear. The pressure surrounding Ronaldo has reached extraordinary levels. Not because people expect Portugal to win, because people expect Ronaldo to prove something. Again, the strangest part is that after everything he has achieved, after every trophy, every record, every Ballon d'Or, every unforgettable moment, the demand remains exactly the same. More goals, more history, more proof. That demand never disappears. In some ways, it grows larger, because legends are not judged by what they accomplished yesterday. They are judged by what they can still accomplish tomorrow. That is why Portugal versus Uzbekistan feels so significant. It is not simply a football match. It is a collision between expectation and reality, between legacy and time, between belief and doubt. And for Cristiano Ronaldo, those battles have always been far more dangerous than any opponent standing on the other side of the pitch.
If you enjoy this video, please like, share, subscribe and hit the bell to the later update from my channel. Thank you for watching till the end and see you in the next video.